Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thank you for tuning in. Ether breaks 500 Ether, running up. Bitcoin on the route to an all-time high. This thing keeps going. I hope everybody's locked and loaded and prepared for the run-up, because it seems to me like we may crash through this all-time high and test new waters. And that is indeed exciting, very exciting. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what's shaking and baking out there. I am multi-streaming with Restream.io. Shout out to Athlete. Shout out to Stimp1024. Shout out to all the cup pumpers worldwide. Indeed, this is a live stream, and we are preheating this oven to $18,000 and beyond. 18K. How about it, guys? That is definitely sexy. Let's look at the charts right now. Let me share my screen as the rest of the pumpers tune in. Bitcoin currently at 18,694. Okay, almost at 19K. Let's look at the entire charts here, because this thing is getting sexy. Let's look at the mathematics over here. Bitcoin. Shout out to Sean. I see you out there on YouTube. Bitcoin right now waking up with a morning erection. This thing is almost 90 degrees. 18,714, topping off today at 18,830. Okay, and it's clear to me that we're gonna. I don't know if for sure, but I mean, if I could bet on it, I would say we're gonna test this all-time high before the end of the year. All-time high is 20,000 on some exchanges. I think on other exchanges it's like 19,800. Or something like that. But, we could round it off to 20,000. I think that, the possibility of us at least touching it is quite high. Let's see what happens. I mean, if we actually touch that $20,000 in the following, in the upcoming week, and if it keeps going or if it pulls back. Okay. I have a hunch that it may actually keep going. In my opinion, there's a strong possibility that, we pass 20,000, maybe even go to 25. I don't know, maybe even 30K, but that's pushing it. And then the sell-off. And then maybe a 35%, 40% pullback. So let's say we hit, 30,000 and we pull back 35%, 40%. I mean, we'll still be above 15. So, it's positive either way. Now, if we're going to go that far, I don't know. And I think the probability of us hitting 30 this year is still low, but the probability of us testing this all-time high appears to be more probable every second now. So drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. It's the voice. We're just preheating this crypto oven to 18,000 and beyond. This thing is sexy. Let's go ahead and check out the math over there on CoinGecko. We'll be talking about Ether, and then I'll update you guys on all the platforms that I've been using, because that's that's what's exciting to me. I mean, obviously I'm super excited about Bitcoin, but we've seen these prices before. We've been in the game for a while, so I mean, I'll start getting more excited, 25, 30, maybe even 40, but let's see if that even happens. In the meantime, in between time, I'm more excited about the altcoins. I'll be honest with you, specifically Wise and some of the staking platforms. I'm staking, I'm stacking ETH as well, although I moved some ETH into Bitcoin for the short run. Shout out to Christozilla over there on with the 2 ice cream over there on D Live. I pass out lemons every single day on D Live, and if you're not using D Live or a crypto-friendly video streaming platform, please don't call yourself a crypto maniac. You need to do it now. Start using crypto-friendly apps if you believe in the technology. Shout out once again to Christozilla. Let's go ahead and run down the math on CoinGecko. We could check out the headlines and whatnot. But Ether breaks 500, which is sexy. Ether right now at last time I checked was 506. 506. It was 505 right now. So you got Bitcoin at 18,689, Ether at 505. Ether pulling ahead of Bitcoin today, but still falling behind the past 7 days. Ether has outperformed Bitcoin year to date, but in the past 3 months, Bitcoin has outpaced Ether, and because of that, late last week or earlier this week, maybe it was on the weekend, somewhere around I don't know, Sunday, Monday, Saturday, somewhere around there, I swapped out Ether into Bitcoin. Okay, so I dumped Ether, not all of it. Okay, I got bags of Ether, but I said, let me move a few ETH over here. Boom, boom, boom. I moved it over to Bitcoin, and I'm glad, because when I moved it over, I think the price was at 0.029. Let's check out the the math here, because while everybody's paying attention to Bitcoin, and of course we'll be paying attention to it, let's look at how the altcoins are stacking against Bitcoin, and specifically ETH. Okay, right now ETH is putting on weight against Bitcoin at 0.027. Okay, so let's see what the math is here. Let's look at the technicals. The technicals are still strong sell. So although Ether is putting on weight, it's cracking 500 against Bitcoin, you could see that the technicals are still not favorable, okay? So, I mean, you know, the technicals for 1 week, 1 month, 1 day projections, they're more favorable for Bitcoin than they are for Ether, okay? Now, if you're trading just for USD, you look at, you know, ETH against USD over here, this one over here, then, you know, of course the technicals change. They're a strong buy. So if you're holding US dollars, you're better off moving it to ETH. If you're holding ETH, you're better off moving it onto Bitcoin. So says the technicals here on Trading View. Is Vitalik getting in the gym? It appears like maybe he got a package, a little bit of creatine. ETH 2.0 needs to receive 500,000 Ethereum deposited in its contract before it can unlock and take the next step into its upgrade. Currently, there's about 100,000 plus, so they're not even halfway. So, you know, give it a second. I would expect as they get closer to the 500,000 and closer to the upgrade, the price probably will pull ahead of Bitcoin. But right now, it's Bitcoin. Shout out to Rafterman. Good morning, sir. Everything looking good. You got Ether pulling ahead today, USD, but you know, still checking Ether against Bitcoin. The technicals for Bitcoin are more favorable than Ether. Okay, and it's just something to consider. Either or, they're both going up, guys. The technicals against the USD are strong. So you know, look. At the end of the day, guys, I don't understand why anybody right now would be saving US dollars. Now, I understand having some cash on hand for emergencies, you know, just having some dry powder to maybe even buy some more coins. But as far as like stacking bags of US dollars, that is not the move in my opinion. If you're going to save, in my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, save it in Bitcoin. Yo, champ, which exchange are you mainly trading on? Says Ong. I don't know. Which one are you trading on? You know, Uniswap is the DEX that most people are using. But there's plenty of them down below. 0.02711 right now for the price of ETH. And kaboom. There you go. Let's run down the price over here on CoinDesk. The headlines on CoinDesk. Japan's banking giant plans to launch blockchain payment network. We're going to see more banks moving into the blockchain space. That's obvious. Now, BlackRock's chief investment officer says Bitcoin could replace gold to a large extent. Morgan Creek CEO says Bitcoin doing extremely well due to the Fed Reserve's dollar devaluation. We've been talking about this since before the Rona. I mean, it's not necessarily that the price of Bitcoin's going up. It's that the value of the dollars are going down. Let's look at CoinT. I was reading this article here on about Uniswap fights back as competitors drain value from the DEX. Even as incentives continue to dry on Uniswap, TVL across the board seems to have remained steady. That's total value liquidity, I think. Changes coming for Uniswap. Following a sharp decline in Uniswap's liquidity, many of the platform's token holders submitted a fresh governance proposal to deploy a new rewards program. In this regard, a proposal put forward by blockchain-powered music streaming provider Audius seeks to reduce the total number of Uni reward tokens to half as compared with the previous incentive schemes. So, you know, there's going to be stuff changing in Uniswap. DeFi, I think, is here to stay. This thing is going to grow. And they were talking about DeFi as it relates to other business and coupons, incentives. There's like creative ways to use liquidity that I think most people haven't even thought of yet. So look out for that. I think DEXs are going to continue. This thing you can't stop. I mean, you can't stop, won't stop. You can't stop Uniswap. It's just the contract running, the liquidity. It's there. I mean, you know, it moves. Rapper Logic invests $6 million in Bitcoin as latest celebrity to catch crypto bug. Okay, yeah, you're going to see more people moving in. I'm not at all surprised. Tim Draper, Pantera Capital back a new crypto derivatives exchange. You know, this guy's a Bitcoin bull. He bought Bitcoin at an auction years ago for cheap. You could check that out. And let's look at the current stock market quotes here and see how they're panning out. Shout out to Rafterman. He says the government is planning the digital dollar. And what else? There's some nefarious moves involved there possibly. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the Great Reset, the digital dollar. I mean, we've been hearing about this for I don't know how many times. You know, it's one of the reasons I myself got into crypto years before. I mean, we've been hearing about this. I don't know if you, I mean, I'm assuming you have too, but I think most people in this space know. I mean, I remember at one point when you would be like, oh, you know, the New World Order, they want to put everybody on lockdown. They want everybody on a one world government, one world currency. People used to look at you like you were a wacko. Now it's like they're literally telling you. Was it the other day Trudeau saying, you know, this is a great opportunity for us to do the reset that we've been planning for such a long time. It was like literally he said it. So, I mean, you know, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. And because of that, I think that we were smart to be one of the first movers here in Bitcoin. Shout out to the most people in this chat. I mean, you know, I know Rafterman's been rocking with me, Crystozilla, people in the blockchain space for years now. You guys are OGs, first movers. Amongst the first movers. I'm not going to say the very first movers, but we were definitely some of the first in the line. See who's gaining weight here on the charts. Big gainers today. Our workhorse. You know, I like this stock. I haven't gotten into it, but you know, I've been talking about this stock here. Strong buy on this stock here, guys. This is a electric vehicle. They produce auto parts. They're a manufacturer for electric vehicles. They shipped out, I think, 2,000 plus brown UPS trucks electric already. So keep an eye on this one. Rafterman says, I'm a first follower. One of the first. Thank you. I appreciate that. How about, yeah, so Workhorse is the one that's moving the most today. I've been telling you about this stock. Pretty sexy. And then you got ETH is moving a lot today. So ETH is pulling ahead today. Strong buy with USD. But remember, guys, if you look at the technical here with ETH against USD, it's strong buy. Boom, boom, boom. For the 1 week. For the 1 month. Now, if you look at the technicals for ETH against Bitcoin, they're not the same. Although it's pulling ahead today, you could still see the technicals read strong sell, not even sell, strong sell. So, you know, something to consider, and I'm glad that I moved some ETH. I'm not going to move all my ETH. But I said, you know, I never rubs me the wrong way to have more bits. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got a little less ETH because I moved some ETH over to the bits, but it always feels good when I see more Bitcoin in the wallet. So, you know, if I had to give one up, I'd rather give up an ETH. You know what I mean? But either or, I'm stacking them both. I want to make that clear. I'm stacking them both, and I'm excited about ETH. Let's check out T2X. This is the one on Tron that I've been using, and it's slow and steady. You know, I did a stake yesterday for, I don't know, like 40 or 50 days. And let's check out how that's doing and see if I have anything to collect. And I'll continue to stake here. Am I going to be putting more Tron? Not really. I moved the majority of my Tron into Bitcoin. And I think that was a good move. Because again, it's when it comes to, you know, Tron against Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin is really outpacing. So then I'm still using the Tron platform here on T2X, but I'm staking. So, I'll be staking, and I'm going to collect more rewards on day 136. I'll be collecting a little less than 100 TRX and about 3,000 plus T2X. So yeah, I got a link for this one down below. I'm not, that hard into it, but it's slow and steady. So I'm using it. And then I came across another website, this wiseinfo.io. As Wise, I think, is basically the hottest, in my opinion, right now. It's the hottest speculative projects out there currently, in my opinion. And this wiseinfo.io just popped up recently, where you can get more mathematics here on Wise, the current data, the liquidity transformer, and it gives you an estimate based on the current supply, what the price would be. Okay, so this thing fluctuates. I've seen it go up anywhere from 8 cents to 13 cents, depending. This coin hasn't finished yet, so we haven't found the price. But this kind of adjusts it and calculates it in real time. You can find more of the ETH inflow the last 4 days. It has a little calculator here. This is a pretty cool website. This is independent from the team. This is just someone else that put it together. But let's look at the reservations, because yesterday they hit an all-time high. I'm telling you. I mean, look at this. Yesterday was day 9. Day 9 ended with 1,622, the biggest day yet. So, I mean, I'll tell you, this is exceeding my expectations. I would have thought that, by maybe like day 4, it would have kind of, usually from what I've seen, it's like the first days are always like the most active, and then it kind of dies down. But that certainly, can't see the screen. I'm sorry. There you go. Here it is. Okay, so let's go back here to Wise Info, because I wasn't sharing the screen. So this is an independent website from the Wise, aside from the Wise team. So this is someone else that did this independently from the Wise team. This shows data, on the Wise contract, total Wise, and that was minted today, ETH in the contract today, what day it is, how much ETH inflow. This is a lot of statistics, just so that you could, stay up to date with what's happening. It's a cool, data website. It has a lot of information, so you could look at this website. And again, this is independent. It's just providing data about the smart contract. And going back here to the actual website and looking at the reservation day, so you could see it started with 645 ETH, which I thought was a lot. Okay, over 1,000 users. And then day 2 was only 500 ETH, and I was like, okay, maybe it's going to stick around there. And then, day 3, 552, about the same, but then it started picking up. Day 4, which I got into with half an ETH, got 710. Then by day 5, it really started ripping, over 1,000 ETH. And then, ever since then, it's been over 1,400 every single day. Yesterday, hitting an all-time high for total ETH in the contract to reserve Wise token. 1,622 ETH was slapped at this thing yesterday. So, you guys can see the screen now, right? So there you go. Yesterday closed with 1,600, an all-time high. Well, be honest, I didn't expect this. So when is this going to cool down? I really don't know. We're only on day 9. It's going to go to day 50. On day 51, the liquidity on Uniswap unlocks, and 90% of all the Ether that you're seeing here, okay, every single day is going straight to Uniswap. Okay, which is going to provide liquidity. 90% or more of the pre-sale money goes to Uniswap liquidity, and the contract is going to burn the Uniswap liquidity provider tokens, so not one person can drain the contract. Like so many other projects, when people want to go ahead and just and cash everything, pull their liquidity out, they can, but not in this instance. This contract has been audited. Now, am I a programmer? Can I look into all the things? No. I'm taking them at their word, but it seems like they're pretty legit. I mean, more and more people seem to be gravitating to this. So I want to go ahead and repeat this, because the contract will refund 70% of your gas fees for the first 20,000 ETH sent to the contract. Right now, the balance is at 17,303. So I would expect this to fill up to 20,000 soon. I would give it maybe a few more days before it reaches the 20,000. So if you're interested in getting into this, I would say there's an incentive to do it now, not only because you're going to get 70% of your gas fees returned if you do it before the 20,000 ETH is sent to the contract, but also because of the referral. You get 10% bonus ETH when reserving Wise and 10% more shares when staking. I'm going to keep saying it, guys, because there's an incentive not only for you, but for the champ as well. So whether you're using mine or somebody else's, make sure you're using a link for the referral, because it gives you that 10%. So when I throw 1 ETH and I use somebody's referral, I ended up getting credited 1.1 ETH. Okay. And if you do use my referral, make sure you let me know, comment down, shoot me your referral link as well. I'm seeing them come in, and I'm doing my best to use a different referral link every single time that I deposit into this contract, specifically referral links from people that use mine. So I'm trying to reciprocate the love. So shout out to Bib or Bibby. I used yours the other day. I used Slowbos. I got a few other people that have messaged me, and I see all the messages. I'm going to try to. I saw Rudolph shot me a message, so I'm looking out for Rudolph as soon as I can. So drop me the messages, guys. Let me know, and I'm going to do my best to reciprocate the love. But let me know how you feel about this. I'm most excited about this one, and I'm already over 4 ETH deep into this. So a little more aggressive than I usually do on these other platforms like on Tron or whatnot. I usually throw a couple $100, maybe 500. I've never really thrown more than 1,000. But with this one specifically, I'm going a little harder because they've earned my confidence. The team is public. I've read the paperwork, and it's caught my attention. But again, I want to be clear with you guys. When it comes to something like this, I do consider it higher risk than just stacking Bitcoin and Ether. So I just want to be clear with you guys. I got my moves I'm doing, and then this is my higher risk move. Okay. Let me go ahead and pass out these lemons over here. We got 5 crypto maniacs on DLive. Make sure you're on DLive, guys. You can stake BitTorrent there as well. I like this platform. I'm glad I'm on this platform, to be honest. Let's go ahead and distribute rewards. Click claim rewards on your end. Boom. Click claim rewards. Took me a little second there, but it should be distributed now. 13 seconds. Let's go. The lucky winners are gonna be Athlete and Crystozilla. Boom, and Stimp. All right, Stimp. There you go. We got day ones here, and I don't mind it, guys. I like the loyalty. I like seeing familiar faces out here. We got troopers here that have been here for years. So shout out to you guys. Boom. I appreciate you, Maniacs. Thank you, Athlete, for the 5 ice cream. And thank you, Crystozilla, for the ice cream. Thank you, Stimp, for the love. I appreciate everybody out there. Kaboom. Thank you, Stimp, for that 1,000 BTT. In fact, I'm going to stake the BTT. So I think you shot me some BTT the other day, and I haven't staked it. So I'll go over here. I don't got much BTT, but you can go to BitTorrent, stake in, and how many BitTorrents do I got? I got like a few thousand, but they're like less than a penny. So I got about 4,000 there, thanks to our DLive maniacs. And let me go ahead and claim my 14, because I've been staking. I don't got much. I got a 6,000 stake of BitTorrent, which is nothing. But I'll continue to stake them. Dismiss, and then I'll go stake in those 4,000 that our crypto bro gave us. Stake in. Continue. Thank you, Stimp. I'm going to stake them. I'm not going to sell them. I'm just going to keep staking them. Even though I don't got much there in the bag, but thanks a lot, Stimp. Thank you, Crystozilla. And thank you, Athlete, for the love. I appreciate all you maniacs. Let me know, guys. Is there any other projects I should be looking at? You know, I know I'm focusing a lot of attention on the whys, and I understand that, but I don't want it to blind me from, maybe looking at something else, at least considering something else. But I'll be honest, like most of the Tron stuff was, I'm not entirely convinced, I'm not entirely convinced. I like the Tron blockchain. Let me be honest with you. Okay. It runs fine and everything. But as far as like the staking projects, there was a few that crashed and burned or had hiccups, and they, kind of distracted me or deterred me. Specifically like the GXY, and then the DSP had a hiccup. Then, that shark went completely, that was negative. That didn't work. That ended up being no good apparently. So T2X has been the one that's slow and steady. I've heard of Tron Chain. I've never used it. And then as far as Ether, I've done the yield farming or whatnot, but I'm not really crazy about the yield farming when it comes to impermanent loss, especially now when Bitcoin's moving so much. I'd rather just keep it in my wallet. Okay. So that's why, I've focused so much attention on Wise, because it's like, out of all the little projects that I've, came across, I'm like, damn, this one actually looks like it's got something. What's up with Honey? Honey crashed and burned. So I sold some of it. Actually, I'm glad you brought that one up, because we were actually on it. Let me pull up Honey. And I like Honey. I think XDAI is it's got potential. I mean, because this is an alternative to Ethereum that it's working. Let this thing pull up for a second. But yeah, Honey, look at that. Honey went down to $200. We got into Honey when it was like 600 or 7, between 6 or 800, and then it went up to 15, and then it crashed down to like 8 or 9, and it went back over 1,000. So we traded within that range, and we did sell for a profit. But I still have a little bag of Honey. I think like a 0.2, 0.3 of Honey, which I ended up with the L. So I'm not going to sell it now at $200. But yeah. And that was another one for a little bit that I was farming, but I pulled out of that because of the impermanent loss stuff. So there's a Honey there. Liquidity's gone down, but it's not, not that much. I still think that there's something here. They're just moving slow. What XDAI needs, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm specifically talking about HoneySwap, which is the Uniswap for XDAI chain, a sister chain to Ethereum that runs alongside the Ethereum, basically it's with the same key pair, but it's way cheaper on XDAI. They got the stable coin, blah blah blah. You guys can find the video. I'm not going to get into the specifics, but here with Honey at 282, it's not favorable. Getting back to the point, what I'm trying to say is that I think that everything's sexy with XDAI, but they don't have that DApp. They don't have that DApp. Where's the DApps, the sexy DApp? The only thing that I see really going, or the farm for XDAI here, or Honey, is this one. Like, this Honey farm is the only real DApp type of thing that you can get gains. I don't see anything going on XDAI as far as like the gains. Honey, and it was a while. We were speculating, and they opened up this farm. The thing went up. We made the trade. Everything was sexy, but XDAI needs projects. That's the bottom line here. Let me show you guys so you can go on your on your MetaMask, and you switch over to the XDAI once you add your custom RPC settings, and there you go. Unlock wallet, and then you can see here. There's not much going on right now. There's not much going on XDAI, so I'm glad that I'm still have Honey. I got clapped a little bit. You can't win on all of them. Yeah, I got 0.3 Honey. It's not much now. But yeah, I'm glad you asked about that, athlete. I still have a position there, and hopefully there's going to be a DApp that revives this chain, because I'll tell you, there's value here on XDAI. It does everything that Ether does for cheaper and faster. Just hold and stake Cardano. It's soon to be a boomer. I've heard that for years, Roger. And I don't got anything against Cardano, but I'm glad I didn't hold it, because I've been holding Bitcoin, which has moved faster, and I've hold other altcoins which have moved faster, and I've done stuff with other smart contracts that are actually functional. So Cardano's cool, but I'm not holding it. Okay, and it's a boring hold. Be honest, Roger. There's nothing sexy about holding Cardano. You're just waiting around for Charles to say that the next thing is unlocked. So again, I don't think that it's a doomer, but I don't got patience for that. Let's keep it 1,000. You know, if for those that want to be patient, in my opinion, just hold the bids. Now, will Cardano pull ahead of Bitcoin? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But this is coming from someone. I mean, I spoke to the team. I like the idea. I think it's pretty sound. You know, as far as peer review, it's all cool. But there's 6,000 other coins to worry about. That's not to throw shade on Cardano. I just want to be honest. You know, you're not the only person like, oh, I'm gonna hold on to this, and it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm not interested in on holding anything long term unless it's Bitcoin and some ETH. But on that note, shout out to Revolutionist. I'm sure you guys will get along. A top 10 Cardano holder that was here like every day for a while, speaking Cardano. And let me send out good energy. I want to see Cardano win because those that are holding it are damn loyal. I'll be honest with you. Let's go look back here in the ETH. ETH is up 0.027. And Bitcoin there at 18,582. Kaboom. All right, take a few more comments and questions before I go ahead and retire. I'm going to go ahead and do my daily exercise. Not daily, every other day I do exercise. I'm accumulating for the boom. And so am I with the tokens that I'm accumulating. But listen, I'm going to tell you what I told Revolutionists. Cardano's great, and I don't have anything against it. And keep stacking it, but throw Bitcoin under the pillow for the champ. Put one under the pillow for the crypto fairies, just in case. Okay, just in case. Because I've been telling people for years, holding these altcoins. It's just, it's cool to have the alt. My Link Marines, my Cardano boomers, my Litecoin maniacs. I say, guys, that's all great. You got some of them. Who else? There's a few other clicky type coins, but it's cool. But make sure you throw some bits under the pillow, just in case. I just want to repeat that. It's cool to fall in love with your favorite altcoin, but don't fall too much in love, guys. Stay loyal to the bits. Shout out to you, Roger. And good luck with those Cardanos. Shout out to Hourglass. He says Energy Web Token. I heard the name. I don't know much about it. Link to $20, says Hourglass, when staking comes. That's maybe possible. I mean, we've seen Link move before. My prediction is Link to $100 for starters. Whoa, I'll tell you this. I mean, let's say Link does go to $100 and I had it and I got it right now at whatever price it is, $15. Would you be able to hold it all the way to $100? I don't know. I'd probably take profits before that because I would probably want to stack more bits. I'd probably get the chain and then I see it go to 30, 40. I'd be like, let me get more Bitcoin. And I understand people's arguments. Link has outperformed Bitcoin. So, I mean, you've probably been better off not listening to the champ and just stacking Link and Binance. But I don't know, guys. It just, although they've outperformed to me, I rather hold Bitcoin. Like if you're going to give me $100 and you say, champ, I'm going to give it to you in Bitcoin, Link or ETH, I'd tell you Bitcoin. In fact, if you're going to give me anything, my first, I got to put this type of currency I would want to receive it in is in Bitcoin. If you're going to give me value, give it to me in Bitcoin. I would pick that first. Like I'll give you, for instance, like with these BAT rewards, you know how you could sign up for BAT rewards or whatnot? And they give you the bats or whatever. I switched over like, let me get those bat rewards in Bitcoin. Boom. I don't even want to hold the bats. And I don't got anything against bat. Steve says, I'll take the 50 in Link. And listen, I'm not saying you're crazy for that because I do understand, Steve, that Link has outperformed Bitcoin for the past few years. So for those that have been holding Link, they have done better than those that haven't. Okay? I get it. I understand. But even that being said, I'm sticking with Bitcoin. Why? Because it's that brand. It's that name brand. I have more confidence long-term in Bitcoin than I do in Link. And maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong about that. But that's the route that I'm going. I remember when ETH was 14. Yeah, so do I. We've been on the train for years now. I remember when Chainlink was 30 cents. We were on the train. It's not like we haven't traded Link. I mean, we were amongst one of the first to be talking about it. Told you guys, I was like, guys, this one is being memed out hard on the chans. It's 30 cents. I think we rode it from 30 to 3. You know what I mean? 30 to 3, a nice 10x. And then after 3, it dumped back down. And we got out. We did a couple swing trades here and there. I just didn't ride it more than 10x. I mean, but are you going to get mad at someone that cashed out at a 10x? Cardano Coinbase listing coming? I'm sure it will. Do Coinbase listings impact price as much as they used to? No. If you used JustSwap to get Bitcoin, can you send them the Bitcoin from your Tron wallet to another Bitcoin wallet? No. You can't. It's just a stable Bitcoin coin. You know what I mean? It's not really a Bitcoin. It's just a coin on the Tron chain that's pegged to Bitcoin. So it's going to be about the same price, but you can't send that Bitcoin coupon basically to an actual Bitcoin wallet. Shout out to Derek. Good morning. I meant that I would be happy with $50 Link as opposed to $200 in Link. I'm not that greedy. Well, that wasn't what we were talking about. I'm saying if I'm going to give you $50, would you rather receive it in Bitcoin, Link, silver, gold, Tesla? I mean, in what type of currency would you rather receive it? Me personally, I'd say give it to me in Bitcoin. If you're going to give me something, I mean, I'll receive anything. I'm getting lemons, I'm getting USD. But if you tell me, listen, I'll give you in any which way you want. Which way do you want it? I'll say Bitcoin. And I understand, Ether would have been a better answer for that at the beginning of the year. Year to date, Ether has outperformed Bitcoin. As has Link, maybe? I'm not sure. I know in the past couple of years, Link has. So I guess the point that I'm trying to drive home here is, guys, that, a lot of the coins are attractive. And a lot of them have great ideas, but not many are actually going to deliver. And then the few that actually do, like the Links, like the Binances, those ones that have outpaced Bitcoin, those are like basically finding a needle in the haystack. You don't really know if they're going to outpace Bitcoin or not. So that's why when I got into a play like Link and I, find myself at a 10x, I'm like, thank you. I'll take my profits. But yeah, let me be clear, guys. I'm not hating on Link at all. And will it go up? It probably will. Actually, it's I recognize. And look, Derek for a long time was like, champ, Binance, get more Binance. And I was like, I like Binance, but I didn't move the whole bag into Binance. Or I would have been better off moving everything into Binance because it moved faster than Bitcoin these past 2 years. Would I have sat well doing that? No way. Would I have been able to hold through the dips? No way. I'm holding Bitcoin, right? I see it go from 20,000 to 3,000. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, there's a little sweat going on, but it's not that bad. I know it's going to come back around. If I'm holding Binance or Link and I see it go down 50%, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not feeling good. So it's the better thing is, the better way to put it is that which coin is it easier to hold when you lose 50%? Okay, not which coin is going to boom, because a lot of them are going to boom. Okay, but you also got to ask yourself the opposite. What coin are you going to be comfortable with, or forget about coins? I mean, what type of asset? It could be like Derek says, real estate, stocks, crypto. What asset are you willing to hold without breaking a sweat when if it drops 50%? You know what I mean? And I'm going to be honest, it's the bits, guys. Look, the bits are at $18,607. If I woke up tomorrow and the bits are at $9,000 and I lost 50% of my bag, I'm going to be honest, guys. I won't even, I'll fire up the live stream and I'll throw another crip walk. It is nothing. It won't impact me psychologically. You know what I mean? But if I threw the whole bag on Binance or Chainlink and I wake up and it's 50% down, I'd be like, damn, is the altcoin going to recover? Is it going to come back? Are other coins going to move up on the ranking on it? Those are the types of things that are going to go through my mind. So that being said, I'm holding good assets, so I'll buy more. You got it right there. You hit it on the head, Derek. There you go. You got to, go with what fits you. I agree. You got to be, if you're going to throw bags at something and you're going to really want to hold it through, you better be able to stomach, you better be able to lose a limb to be able to call yourself a cryptomaniac soldier. You better, lose an arm or be able to lose an arm and a leg and keep fighting, because, you get into one of these new ones and yeah, it's all sexy for instance, let me give you guys another example. Uniswap, it got all exciting for a second. Everybody's getting crazy. It boomed up. It was like $6-7. And I remember I was like, guys, I'd probably sell on my Uniswap right now at $6-7. And people were like, no, because it's going to keep going up and this and this and that. And listen, that thing went down. I don't know. It lost 50. It went down to $2-3. At a high of 6-7. I don't remember what the high was, but the whole thing is that imagine holding that token when you could have sold it at 6. Now it's at 2. It's a token you got for free and you still don't feel good about it. You know what I mean? Come on. People had trouble hodling Uniswap, a token they got for free, when it lost 50%. So, go figure. Same thing with Yearn. Yearn is all sexy. He's going to 3 Bitcoin, 4 Bitcoin. But once it drops to under 1 Bitcoin, people start sweating. Amazon lost 50 in the tech bubble. People who didn't believe sold out, and the people who held got rich. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin lost, I don't know, 75, 80, 90, almost 90% in 2017. The people who held are booming right now. And this being said too, the tech bubble, Amazon lost 50, and how many Amazon recovered, but how many others didn't? How many others didn't recover? You had Amazon, a few others recovered, but many others didn't. And that's the thing. When you have a big crash, and one will come again in crypto. Let's be honest, it's going to happen at one point, right? There's going to be another big crash. The question is that who will survive the crash? And listen, it's already been kind of proven that, Bitcoin's around the block, and so is ETH. Okay. Litecoin, I mean, it's behaving good in the past couple of weeks, but, it certainly hasn't in the past few years. You're all fired up, says Roger. I like crypto. I'm excited about the crypt. I do like, I'm a crypto enthusiast, guys. I'm out here every single day talking about it. And when people talk about the coins or whatnot and the strategy, it does get me excited. I mean, I'm talking about this all day. It does fire me up. I'm passionate about blockchain and crypto, and even more passionate about talking to the people online. I rarely do pre-recorded videos. I listen, guys. I mean, I've worked in media for so long. I've done all kinds of productions. I mean, I could do the iciest and the most smoothest productions, but I'm not going to waste my time on that. I like going directly to the people. No marketing, no script, raw energy. Okay. I could spend my time and, take 5 days to do a video that would probably compete with the bigger dogs. But, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to do something that's cosmetic. You know what I mean? There's a lot of makeup out there. You see a lot of videos that got a lot of makeup on. And what I mean by that is like a little flashy headline, a little flashy thumbnail, some flashy edits, a little music, a little, the little zoom in, the zoom out, the cuts and all that. And, I don't got time for that, guys. I'll give you the raw. Shout out to Derek. He says, Bitcoin, ETH, Binance, and T0 are the best. Yeah, I like them. You're the only one that talks about T0, Derek. And I like it. And I like it. I'm going to be honest. T0, I like it. I got nothing bad to say. I'm with you. I like it. Binance, I like. But Bitcoin and ETH. I wouldn't put Binance and T0 in the same category as Bitcoin and ETH. But I like them all. All right, guys. A few more comments and questions. I'm out of here. I'm going to do my exercise and enjoy my Friday. We made it to the end of the week. TGIF to everybody out there that has to answer to another man or even a woman in some cases. Call them your boss. It's crazy. No man should be calling somebody else their boss. You're a grown-ass man. How are you going to be like, oh, this is my boss? And I'm not dissing anybody. Some people may hear that and be like, oh, who Champ thinks he is? I've been there, guys. I've been there. Hey, Champ, I'm late, unfortunately, says Rudolph. Rudolph, I mentioned you that I saw your message. You're like, oh, I use your Wise to see if I can use yours. Make sure you comment again on this video and leave your link. I'm looking for links. The next time I use a link, I'm gonna go through the list and see if I can get to you. But I've been using links, Rudolph, and I saw that you said that. So make sure that anybody out there, if you use my links, comment, let me know. And I'm gonna get around to using as many people's links as I can that use mine. $18,650 for Bitcoin. Boom! I like that. And guys, again, for people who haven't checked that out, check out wiseinfo.io for those that are excited about Wise. This is an independent website set up by someone that's not in the team. This is just a data about the smart contract, and it has a lot of information. So, check this one out. And then it gives, what's cool about this is that it gives you an estimate of the current price, considering the amount of ETH in the contract and, where we're at today. It's anywhere from between 8 cents to 10 cents. Yesterday was up to like 13 cents. And again, this changes depending on how much, again, this token's not even trading. But let's say if it were trading today, this is the estimate. Okay. DOT is running as well. Yeah, but Polkadot, I don't know much about Polkadot. I'm still waiting to see if, there's actual dApps running on there and people are going to use it. But it did perform well and it stayed in the top 10. I'll be honest with you. It's definitely attractive. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Shout out to Rudolph, Steve, Roger, Derek, Athlete, Christozilla, and the rest of the pumpers, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Stay strong. And if you use my referral, comment down below. Shoot me yours, and I'll do my best to get around to them. And I've been doing it, Every time that I do a new video, I'm going to use a different referral link. So to try to spread the love as much. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's Wise Token, and it's linked down below in the description. Check this one out. I'm excited about it. On that note, I'm out of here, guys. Stay strong. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. Give me another bomb. Stay strong out there. Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.